Welcome to Prospect Basketball Weekly. I'm Paul Utters, here joined by Coach Cameradella. Coach, thanks for joining us at such short notice.
It's great to be back.
A little bit of a short edition tonight after the MSL Championship game tonight. We'll get right into that. About 10 hours later now, What are your thoughts about that game?
Yeah, it's you're still a little exhausted. It was such a hotly contested contest. We got down early in the first quarter, worked our way back, had great second, third quarters, good start to the fourth. Just came up one possession short at the end. Did everything we could to try and get back in the game. I'm proud of the guys and their effort.
And definitely at the end of that game, 4 chances to inbound the ball. Obviously, From did a great job of defending the inbounds. But first of all, let's go back to what led to those chances to have the chance at the end, the turnovers at the end. How key was it for you guys to be able to force those inbound turnovers?
Oh, it's huge. For us, we were down 54-48 with about a minute 30 left. And to get it back to the point where we had the ball down 2, and against a team like Fremd, I think showed our ability to handle pressure, to look at angles, to throw on a press afterwards, get some steals and get the ball in. That last play, you got to credit Coach Wodlowski. That's absolutely exactly what you do. They had a couple of fouls to give, and every time we caught it, they immediately fouled us, thus taking us out of the initial action, and before you realize it, there was only 3 seconds left. You go to any basketball clinic, you talk to any coach, you got fouls to give, down as the clock's running out, that's what you do, and you got to give them credit, because it really did. It took us out of what we were looking to do.
And then last night, obviously, you guys had a great performance from Zuba, Frankie, Swidera. They all had great games. What was it like to have your big 3 on display in last night's game?
They were great. They were sharing the ball. Fremd's one of the best, if not the best, defensive team, that we face. Stevenson's outstanding, and there are a few others. Obviously, Conant's a great defensive team. As we look about how we were able to score, we were still able to score in the high 50s. And to get into that type of scoring matchup with Fremd, we were glad it wasn't in the 30s or the 40s. And so, those 3 guys were great. Richie and Tone both got in the scoring column, and it was really a matter of us trying to make sure that we found the best shot. And, we're really disappointed, obviously. Call it what it is. I think guys would obviously love to win that at home. But it really is going to be a huge learning game for us. We'll be able to go today. We're going to watch some film, see where we can clear up some of the parts on our rotation defense that we were a step slow last night, as well as a couple of ball spacing and pacing spots on the offensive end.
Yeah, definitely impressive with your offensive performance last night. Fremd's been averaging about 38 points giving up on their defense, so definitely an impressive performance from the offense. A different part of the game, at halftime, you guys had some all-conference named. You had Michael Ritchie, Frankie Mack, Matt Zuba, and Swidera. What was it like to have those guys, have 4 guys in the all-conference team?
In my 10 years as head coach, we've had a couple of years where we've gotten 3, and getting 3 is rare. But this year I felt like we really had a chance based on our body of work. All 4 of those guys deserve it. And I think it comes down to the fact that it's not always about just scoring. Obviously Frankie's one of the best scorers in the entire area, but a lot of the other guys have a lot of intangibles and really make us successful based on other things they do. And I think that's a testament to why we were able to get 4 guys all conference.
And you talked about that scoring, and then the East Player of the Year was Matt Zuba, who doesn't even average double-digit point per game. Has that ever happened in your career, and how rare is it for them to recognize a player that's not known for his scoring, but instead how he impacts every other facet of the game?
And I think that's part of looking at really healthy basketball, if you look at it that way. Scoring is what everybody wants to know. And it's an important aspect. It's that part of the game where you win when you have more points. But what Matt's been able to do for us the last 2 years, and this year in particular on the defensive end, him being really the bedrock of our defense, his ability to alter shots, his ability to block shots, his ability to rebound the ball. You couple that with him being our school's all-time leading rebounder, and the numbers only going up. And you couple that he's led us, and I'll even put it out there, been one of the leaders, if not the top leader in assists in the entire conference, maybe in the area. He's without a doubt the best passing big man I've ever coached. And in hearing what the other head coaches had to say, it's those things all coupled in. And he's had games of 15, 20, at 23 at Buffalo Grove. So, he has the ability to really put a stamp on a game. But I think it's a lot of the extra stuff that really makes our team go, and every coach in that room sort of recognized that.
Talking about coaching and coaches, yourself, you were recognized as the East Coach of the Year. What kind of honor is that for you?
It's, I look at my players. I got great players to work with. So it always comes down to that. That's how I look at it, is I'm only as good as the players that are in our program. And our guys come from great families, part of a great community. And, anytime I get that, I immediately look back at them. And they know that the only reason I'm where I'm at is because of who they are.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
We'll be right back to take a look at the regional matchups coming up next week. Welcome back. Still here with Coach Cambardella, and we're going to take a look at the start of the state finals. Obviously, the road to Peoria starts here with the regionals. Yeah. Guys will be taking on the winner of Wauconda and Rolling Meadows. What kind of matchup are you looking for in your first regional game?
Yeah, we're obviously, Coach Kadovich is a good friend. We know each other well, and our programs, our players know each other well. So we're very familiar with them. Wauconda, not so much. And if you were to ask me, obviously Meadows is favored in that game. But we're going to have to watch a little Wauconda film and see what they're about. But we'll be ready. They play Monday in the regional quarterfinal. And then we will play the winner the next day on Tuesday. So we won't have a practice to get ready for it. So we're going to do a little prep Friday, Saturday. We'll also then be able to practice Monday as we get our guys healthy and focused and ready to go.
Yeah, what are your goals as you start to prep for the start of the tournament in the next couple of days?
Yeah, so it's really to do what we talked about last segment, is we've got to clean up all issues with rotation defense. We absolutely, some of those are non-negotiable. And when you play a team like Friend, you could be a step slow maybe against other opponents, but when you're playing the top team in the area and you're a half step slow, you'll get beat. And for us, we have to make sure that whether we're playing in the regional semi or if we're able to win and we move from that we have to be at full speed all time on those rotations. So I think that's the first thing we'll clear up. I was really happy, we gave up 19 or 20 offensive rebounds to Hersey a week ago Friday. And last night we only gave up 6. So that was a great sign for us, and it was one of the reasons we were able to stay in the game. Is that we rebounded well last night. So that's for us is taking care of the ball, rebounding, and then making sure our base defense, our cover down defense is there.
Then obviously you guys have been playing very hard. You guys were undefeated during 2017 until last night, but you guys have been playing a lot of games of late. You now have 6 days off. How appreciated is that break, as you guys haven't had a break like that so far? Yeah,
no, this is big, especially with the weekend coming up. This will be the first Friday we've had off since maybe Christmas. And so, for us, we're just going to watch some film today, giving our guys complete off. Their legs have been used 13 of the last 14 days, whatever. So we'll do a good, healthy dose of film today, make sure that we're all on the right page with that. Then we'll come back, we'll get some shooting in on Friday, and then Saturday and Monday we'll really get going a little bit with full speed again. We'll get back up.
And then looking a little bit deeper into the state tournament between the regional finals and then heading into the sectional, what kind of matchups are you looking forward to? What are you kind of looking for as you guys continue down the bracket?
Yeah, the biggest thing to be able to host a regional is every team would tell you that it's a very special treat. Only 4 teams out of 22 get to host it.
Right.
And so we haven't hosted it since 2013. If you're looking at the other side of the bracket, you've got Buffalo Grove, you got Lake Park. Lake Park's about a 500 team, but they're way better than their record. And Coach Peterson in Buffalo Grove is one of the best seasons he's had as head coach. And so, our regional up front, we're really going to have to play well. Obviously, being at home matters, but we're really going to have to play well to get out of our regional with 2 opponents that know us well, and we played Lake Park last year. So looking for that, and then a chance to, if we can take care of that, obviously the sectionals at Robert Morris, which is the old Forest View, be played on a college court. So we're really going to have to make sure that we're conditioned well and that our bodies are ready to go.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll have a couple more weeks of this as we
nice.
get down the playoffs.
For sure.
This has been Paul Evers, and for Prospect Basketball Weekly, we will see you next week.